Hello there, World of Tankers. I'm Jordan's Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the WZ-113 and comparing it to the IS-4. A lot of you guys suggested this in one of my older videos I did post. So in today's video, of course, if you want to see more videos like this, I'm going to continue to make more polls so that you guys can vote on what videos you want to see next. Make sure to click that subscribe button down below. I'm going to be here with my platoon mate. That's why I was in the camouflage selection there, just because I wanted to show you guys that tank. And of course, we all know what the IS-4 looks like. So I'll be starting off with the WZ-113. Now, what is good about this tank? So it carries 3,440 DPM. So it's got a great gun. In fact, this gun is light years ahead of the IS-4. It's about 800 damage per minute more. So in today's video, I'm going to be letting you know which one of these tanks is my favorite vehicle, and as well at the same time letting you know which one I feel is a better tank overall. Now, personally, I'm actually surprised that a lot of people don't go for the 113. It has one of the best guns tier for tier in the game, 420 damage. As well, it has great DPM, as we all know. 3,400 is crazy. It's got great upper plate armor, and as well, the tank goes 50 kilometers per hour. So there's really nothing bad really going for the tank, and as well it's got great turret armor. So there's nothing really bad, 6 degrees of gun depression, so I actually like, personally, the WZ-113 better. It's a more fun tank to run, it goes quicker, it's got more personality. But at the same time, it does struggle with one thing, and that is traverse speed. Just looking at the turret, it's only 20 degrees a second, and that is the same for the track traverse speed. It is completely awful on those values. In fact, one of the worst tanks in the game, I think, tier for tier on the values there. So I actually cannot hit these heavy tanks right now, because of course I don't have the most gun depression. But one thing I do carry, as I said, is a great amount of damage per minute. Like these Mauschens don't really stand a chance against the gun on my tank. So I would love to tap another shell into this Mauschen here, but sadly I can't right now. So let's try and dome. No, we can't get that in. So you can see gun depression, it struggles quite a bit with. I'm not able to do as well as like that Chieftain Mark 6 just because of the gun depression angles this tank has. It's definitely a downside. But at the same time, it does do a great job. Like this VK-72 is probably going to struggle with me here. We got the T-95 to the rear, and he is pushing me, so I'm actually going to try and get to the side of him, so that way he can't push me like this. So, yeah, now he can't push me. But, I'm trying to get out the DPM here. Ooh, he missed my teammate, thankfully. But, yes, you can see I'm getting out the damage now, and this VK, yeah, not going to be doing too great of a job anymore. So we've already done 2,800 damage, pretty solid match, and you could truly see how monstrous this gun is when you get it into the correct scenario. So we've got both Mauschens here. I will finish off the one with 70 HP. Probably, we'll finish him off with a shell on the lower plate. We will put on our adrenaline. And, yeah, this Mauschen is going to be taken out at the same time. There we go. Took out both of the Mauschens. Not only that, took out the full health VK-100 with a little bit of help from my teammates. And you can truly see just how crazy this gun is. So, we got the Sheridans over to the left of us, and we got the Conway over to the middle, I'd say, not really the right. But I want to see where I want to push my tank, because I got to be careful still. This tank is super, super slow, as I said, on the traverse speed, which means, like, those guys over there would rip me apart when talking about the traverse speed, as that makes sense. So, we've got the T-92 over here. We got the Sheridan, so I want to be careful against that. There we go, nice tap into you. But we're already at about 4,000 damage, which is crazy when you do think about it. So, we still got that T-92, who has quite a bit of HP left. I would love to get a nice shell into you. So, ooh, nice little tap. 525 damage right into the roof of you. And, yeah, there goes that guy. So, oh no, the Conway just took out my platoon mates. I see how it is. Okay, so let's finish you off. There you go. And all we have left are the two Sheridans. And I will say, it's going to be me versus two Sheridans right now, which, yeah, this is really going to show you what's bad about the tank. As I said, the traverse speed really kind of sucks. So I pray that this T-95, actually the 95 did get a shell out there, so I give him credit. And I would love to slam one more shell right into the butt of that Sheridan. There we go. So that Sheridan is now a one-shot. That Sheridan bounced a shell off me. As I said, frontal armor on the vehicle is great. So I want to finish off this Sheridan. I've got to get up here, take him out while I can. So nice tap right through the turret armor. And now this Sheridan is kind of stuck here, so I'm just going to jump off. I got to finish him off, though. There you go, Sheridan taken out. And all that's left is the other Sheridan, and you can truly see, I've said truly like 5 times here, but you can actually see how good this tank is just in the correct scenarios. So all we have left is that enemy Sheridan. Not sure where he exactly is. There we go. Spotted the Sheridan. Now I am spotted myself, but of course I've got that excellent mobility, so I am able to get into position very, very quickly, and even if the Sheridan does shoot at us, I'm pretty sure we're easily going to be able to get this guy. So here we go. I'm just going to drive straight over the hill, and yeah, there you go. So that was a great game to show the WZ-113's capabilities. We did excellent on damage, able to bounce shells. How much damage did we pull out? Almost 6,000 damage. So that really shows truly how amazing this tank is, and that's why I personally feel that it is a better tank than the IS-4. Now, I will be pulling out the IS-4, and while I don't think I'm going to be doing that spectacular, well, Chieftain did a good job. Nice job, Serpent. By the way, if you guys don't know Serpent, very friendly clanmate, so if you ever see her out in the battlefield, make sure to say hi to her, something like that. But now we're going to be playing the IS-4. Now this is the definition of a heavy tank. It has super thick frontal armor. Not only is the frontal armor super thick, it's got one of the strongest turrets tier for tier in the game. I personally think that the WZ-113's turret is stronger just because when you turn it to the side, it's a little bit weaker on the IS-4, where the 113 is this Russian round turret, sort of like the IS-7, so it takes a lot more shells in. However, I will say that the IS-4 is just a brute force tank. It's got the damage, it's done 420, doesn't have the DPM, but it really has hit points, 2,809, and it has the armor as well. Now, looking at the enemy team, I'm noticing Rob and Chipotle, who we played earlier in Platoon, which is definitely going to maybe change the course of this game. So if we don't do spectacular, I do have a couple excuses why, but we're going to see how it does go out, because of course I am in an IS-4, and the matchup we are in isn't awful, to be honest. Like, they could be in harder tanks to fight. They got an E100. I am definitely the king heavy in this matchup, right next to the Chieftain Mark 6. So we don't have DPM, we don't have the gun depression, but we do have the armor, and it really, you need to get through this tank with heat. You're not going to get through it with any standard AP shells unless you are with a high penetration TD. So I would love to get that E50. I don't think we're going to be able to. I would love to, though. No, it doesn't look like we're going to get that shell in. But, of course, I'm going to try and push my tank straight into the heavy tank position, because that's what it's meant to do. So here we go, rushing straight through here, and love to get a shell right into the lower plate of that E100. Sorry, losing my English there. But as you can see, shell ricocheting right off of the upper turret armor, because that's what this tank is great at doing, ricocheting shells. So here we go. You can see the reload is quite a bit longer in the IS-4, but that doesn't mean the gun's bad. By any means, this is actually a great gun. You have the most heat pen out of pretty much all tier 10 heavies in the game with this gun, and as well, you'll notice accuracy is pretty dang good, so I was able to easily hit that shell right into that E100's turret. I gotta be very careful though at the same time. I don't want to lose all of my HPs. So let's load another heat shell. Actually, that was not a heat shell. Sorry, I'm losing it. But yeah, let's see if we can get one more shell into this E100 here. I would love to, but I gotta keep an eye on that Object 140 at the same time. Nice tracking shot into that E100. Again, bouncing that shell right on the upper plate. You can really see that the frontal armor on this vehicle is excellent when played in the correct scenario. So let's get a shell into the grill there. Yes, bouncing another shot. So we've already blocked quite a bit of damage. 1,680 damage blocked this battle. And I am not stopping anytime soon on the damage train. So there you go. First penetration into me. But at the same time, was it really worth it for the D100? I can't really say so. So now let's finish off the Object 704. Alright, 704 taken out. And I'm going to back up here. Don't want to be hit by that enemy grill. But I would love to get a nice HE shell right into him, but it doesn't look like we're going to be doing that anytime soon. Again, another shell bouncing on the front of the tank. Now, the WZ-113, I would never run as aggressive as you will see me running this tank, because while the WZ-113 is a great tank at being aggressive, it doesn't do as good of a job in my personal opinion. It's good, but it's not like this. It's not the king of the hill. So I want to finish off. My teammates got that guy. So let's finish off you. There you go. Nice tap. I don't want my teammate to be hit, of course. But this is going to be a very nice game. Again, already 4,000 damage racked up on the counter. You're going to try and bounce the shell. My guess is the grill. I'm not sure where Chip would have gone, but you could see in this game, I took a very minimal amount of damage, and I was able to get a great amount out. These were just two very simple and very solid games. So as I said, oof, that was a trade there. But as I said, the IS-4 is a great tank, and the same for the WZ-113. Now, I love both of them. You were able to see here, these were two excellent games. 4,323 damage out, we only got penned by one of the shells entering our tank, and that was fully side on. Where the WZ-113, I can say, it doesn't bounce a lot of shells. The upper plate on this tank is only, I'd say, about 290 millimeters effective, and that's when it's dead on like this. So if you're face-hugging the vehicle, you're aiming down on it, then it's about 250. Most standard shells can pen it. You can very easily pen the upper plate with premium. So the 113 also doesn't have any spaced armor on the side, unlike the IS-7. So there's a lot of differences between both of these tanks, and they're both very fun tanks to play. I would definitely recommend to go for the 113 if you already have the IS-4, but in my opinion, the IS-4 is the king of heavies, just because it's got the armor profile, it's got the gun, it's got pretty much everything going for it. So both of them, I'd have to say, are great, but personally for me, I am 113 all the day, because the IS-4 is just a boring tank. That is the problem with it. At the end of the line, it's not the most exciting tank to run. The IS-4, what's special about it? Well, it's got 420 alpha, which is, it's okay. It's got great armor, which, yeah, it's expected. It's a Russian heavy. The turret armor is good. The speed's okay. There's nothing that really makes the tank stand out. The WZ-113 has crazy DPM. Not only that, it's got great penetration values, excellent gun accuracy, it's got mobility going for it, and it's got that turret armor. So I think the 113 just has a little more spunk going for it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. But of course, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. It really does help out the channel. Other than that, guys, I hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.